everyone, happy Sunday. It is day 4 of Vlogust, and I usually like to use Sundays to reset for the week ahead, but it is a long weekend. Tomorrow is a holiday and I don't feel like doing that today. So I think today is just going to be a super chill day. I just want to relax, kind of take a breather and maybe sit outside and do some knitting. My Love Note sweater has been calling to me. I really want to work on it, and I think I've just neglected my knitting for a couple of days while I've gotten used to filming and editing and uploading every day. So I've done a couple things this morning to kind of get me set up for the day. I do just need to set up the listings and schedule them in my shop for the update tonight at 7 o'clock. But other than that, I don't have plans to do any work around the house. I'm just gonna try and enjoy the long weekend. I have no idea what the weather is going to be like. Kind of looks odd right now. It's been so humid lately. I haven't been able to sit outside for that long, but I'm hoping it will be nice enough to do that today. So I've got a couple things started. I did get myself ready for the day, and I wanted to share a couple of my favorite summer makeup products. I have kind of simplified a lot of my makeup routines in the last year or two, partly because I work from home and it just makes it easier, but I still like to get myself a little bit ready for each day. It just gives me a little bit of a boost and I feel better and like I'm ready to tackle the world if I get dressed nicely and do a little bit of makeup. But I've really simplified it, probably because I'm older and I am at home. But the products that I've been using lately, I am so in love with. So I pulled a few of them out. I wanted to share them with you because I don't know, I just think they're really, really good. And it's taken me a long time to find favorites like these. So let me share them with you. Here are some of my favorite makeup items, kind of year round, but especially for summer. Two brands that I have been gravitating towards constantly are Saie and Merit. I just find them so easy to use, and they have a lot of cream products, which are really good for my skin. I just find them easy to apply. They don't settle into the texture of my skin. I have really dry skin and I try to use less powder products now, and these are my favorites. This is my little makeup desk, and I have an organizer here. I think I got this from HomeSense, and this houses just most of my everyday essentials and a couple samples of things that I've gotten. But every day I start with the Saie Glowy Super Gel. I use it in the color Star Glow, and I just put this on to add a little bit of, it's not sparkly, but it just adds a little bit of life to my skin. I also have it in the new rose gold color that they came out with this year, but I think I still prefer this one. My absolute favorite product on my skin every day is the It Cosmetics CC Cream. It's just perfect for me. Every time I try anything else, I regret it and I go back to this one. So I just stick with what works for me. My favorite concealer is the Hourglass Vanish Concealer. I use it in the color Pearl. And I have really dark under eye circles, so if they are particularly bad or I'm doing a little bit of an extra look that day, I will use this color corrector from Huda Beauty. It's the color Pink Pomelo, and it does a really good job at kind of canceling out some of the under eye darkness that I have. This little bowl here is just a pretty marble bowl I got at HomeSense, and I keep a whole bunch of lip balms, lipsticks, lip glosses. I just think it looks pretty and it reminds me to grab something different once in a while. But these products from Saie and Merit are like my summer favorites. I've been using this cream bronzer from Saie for a few years now. I think this is like my third one. I use it in the color Light bronze. It's called Sun Melt. It's so good. I use it with this big chunky brush from Saie, and this just applies it perfectly and blends it out. You just kind of dab it in. It's perfect. But I really wanted to try this bronzer from Saie that I've been seeing all over TikTok and Instagram, and I'm so glad I did because I love it. It's just a little bit darker than the other one, and my skin kind of soaks up products and they disappear, and this one seems to last a little bit more on me. It's like a cream. It's called Dew Bronze Bronzer. The color I use is Swim, and it looks like a lip gloss applicator. It's like a sponge tip, and you just dab it on your cheeks, and then I blend it in with this brush. I also really love this Merit bronzer. It's a little bit more natural. It's almost sheer, and it looks really pretty. This one is in the color Sen. It's really nice, and I adore this Merit brush. If I could only have one or two brushes, it would probably include this one. I use this for everything. It's pretty dirty. I need to wash my brushes. But this is great to blend in my face makeup, my concealer, my bronzer, my blush. It's just an everything kind of brush, and I love it. As for blush is my absolute favorite. It's the most fun product for me. It makes me happy. It adds a bit of color to my face. And if I don't use bronzer or blush, I feel kind of sallow and pale. So it's my absolute favorite. I've been using these two together from Saie. They're also like a cream. They're a cream blush that has like that lip gloss sponge tip applicator. So I just put a couple dots of each color on my cheeks, and I love them. I use them in the colors Sweetie and Cutie. This one is a bit of a brighter pink, which I love for summer. And then this one is a little bit more of a peachy neutral. And by the way, I've been seeing that the blush trend for fall is brown. After so much pink for so long, super bright pink cheeks, I'm kind of excited because they're calling it sad brown, which I really love. And I'm pretty sure I have a couple older ones that I can pull out, but I really like this like brown trend that's happening. These Merit blushes are also big favorites of mine. I've been using them for years. Every once in a while I put them away, but then I pull them out again and I fall in love all over again. I actually keep one of my favorites in my purse every day. I have the one called Beverly Hills in my bag, and if I need a little touch up, I just put a little bit on my cheeks. It's so easy to apply. It's just like a little cream balm that you kind of dab on your cheeks, and you can rub it in with your fingers. So Beverly Hills is a definite favorite color of mine. These are my two other favorites. I really like this neutral kind of terracotta color. Super pretty. But for a little bit of a pop of color, I love this one, which is a newer shade they came out with, and it's called Stockholm. They're called Flush Bombs. They're really nice. I've also been pulling this little highlighter stick out again. I don't use too much of it, but it's really nice to just add a little highlight to the tops of my cheeks. And as I was looking at all of my go-to summer products, these kind of popped out. I've been using these Merit lip oils. I love the Summer Fridays ones that I shared with you the other day. Those stay in my bag. These ones stay up here, and I use them all the time. They're just really nice and sheer and moisturizing. My favorites are Au Natural, and this one is called Pink Beat. So depending on the color I want, I'll just grab one of those. And these are just my absolute favorites. I'm pretty much wearing, today I am wearing this bronzer, these blushes, this, and the Au Natural. So pretty much every day, this is what I draw from. I keep most of them up here so I can just grab them quickly, and they are my absolute favorites. Glenn and James have just returned from Costco, and Glenn is famous for coming home from Costco with the strangest things. So I'm gonna go downstairs and see if they got everything that was on the list and what extras Glenn may or may not have come home with. It is a couple of hours later. I have finally managed to get myself out of the house and sit down with a bite to eat. I made myself a very late lunch. I'm having a toasted bagel with cream cheese, cucumbers, and the Green Goddess seasoning from Trader Joe's. I'm obsessed with that stuff. I love it. And I brought a whole bunch of things for me to do while I sit out here and enjoy the outdoors. It is really hot. It's quite humid, but there's a breeze. So I think under the umbrella, it will be really nice to just sit here. I brought my Love Note sweater, and it's in this big blue MoMA basket that I'm obsessed with. I've fallen in love with baskets this year. I picked up quite a few of them at the big blue MoMA booth when I was at Knit City, and then also I went to the Kawartha Lakes Fiber Festival, I think it's called, and I got a couple more then. I love them. I think at some point during Vlogust I'll share some of the things that I picked up for myself at both of those shows because I found some really good stuff. So my sweater is there. I'll work on that in a bit. And I also packed up my carry-all tote that I like to use as like my couch bag or my outdoor bag. I took out the big Delphonics pouch filled with pens and stationery because I'm not doing any journaling right now. And I loaded it up with some other stuff. I've got my Stockholm hat in here, case I want to work on that. I brought my iPad because I think I'm just going to start out by watching a YouTube video or two while I eat my lunch and relax. Oh, there's a bee. I brought my Kindle just in case. I threw this book in here. I have a box set of the Little House on the Prairie books, and I've never read this particular one. Oh, there are bees everywhere. And I feel like this is just going to give me those summer vibes that I'm kind of craving. I feel like this might be a really good August read. So I brought that out, and I think I just brought my headphones in case Glenn comes to join me, which he might in a little bit. So I can just watch some videos and he won't have to listen to whatever I'm listening to. I left these other pouches in here just in case I need hand cream, but I have pretty much everything I could possibly want to enjoy maybe a couple of hours out here. I'm going to try. Hopefully it won't get too hot. I'm going to eat my lunch, watch a video, and then either read or work on my Love Note. One of the cookbooks that I've pulled out and left in my kitchen for summer inspiration is this Back Pocket Pasta by Kolu Henry. I'm pretty sure I've shared this many times before. It's one of my favorite cookbooks, and it's really giving me all kinds of inspiration for this August because pasta is such an easy meal to make for dinner. I've been stuck in a little bit of a rut, and this is the perfect book to get me back into trying some new and interesting dishes for dinner. I especially love this first chapter where the recipes are kind of simple, but they're flavorful and just really good. I've made a few of them before, and I feel like it's the perfect time of year to just have a couple of ingredients in your fridge and be able to throw together a really nice pasta dinner. This is a really good one that I've made, the Sicilian escarole and sausage. I've made this one too, it's so good. But tonight I am making the creamy zucchini and sausage pasta. I've got the water boiling for the pasta. I've just put the sausage in a pan. I'm gonna start browning that, and I feel like this is the perfect summer meal with the zucchini, and it's in a really light sauce. So I'm gonna get this started.